It's a hot day, and you're drinking an ice-cold can of Coca-Cola. But wait, how much soda is actually in that can? How would you measure it? What type of equipment would you use? Scientists have to measure things all the time. During Task 3, we will learn more about taking measurements in a measurement lab. Remember, our essential question of the unit is why and how do scientists investigate the world around them and carry out experiments? Taking measurements is a big part of answering that how question. The goal for this task is to take measurements and convert those measurements to and from the metric system. The skills that you will practice during this task are number 1, breaking down ideas, number 2, explaining ideas, and number 3, reflecting on your own work. So in this task, you will learn how to take measurements. You'll learn about all the different pieces of equipment that scientists use to measure things. You'll also learn how to convert those measurements. Measurements can be taken in a lot of different units, and sometimes scientists need to change from one unit to another. You'll learn how to do this. In Part 1, Measuring for Science, you'll start with an introduction to measurement equipment using online simulations. I'll show you a little bit of what this looks like. So you'll start the activity. This is the triple beam balance example. There are 3 different online simulations you'll do. You'll enter your name, press begin, and then try to measure the object. Once you've finished all 3 of those simulations and answered the questions, you'll go to guided practice and then some independent practice. For Part 2, we're going to learn about the Tuskegee Experiment. The Tuskegee Experiment was an unethical experiment that involved studying Black men who had syphilis. So in Part 2, you'll read more about this experiment. You'll have a couple of different articles to choose from, and then you'll answer reflection questions. I just want to say a few things about the International System of Measurement. There are a lot of different units that we can use to measure things. It can get a little bit complicated. So I've created some conversion tables that will help you with this task. There's one for length, when you're measuring how long something is. There's one for volume, when you're measuring, let's say, how much liquid is in something. And then for weight, when you're measuring how much something weighs. So you can refer to these tables to help you with the task. These tables are in the task document as well as on the task vocab page. Okay, you can do it. Head to Google Classroom and start Task 3. As always, contact Ms. Smith or Ms. Rutledge if you have any questions.